Hello my dear friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. As you can see, I am talking about December daily in February, which is a little bit weird because you're supposed to talk about it in December, but if you have watched my previous video talking about December daily, you know that I have told myself that I am not going to be worrying myself about getting it done before December ended, and I will just work on it on a later date. And so I have finished it, and I went through a few lessons along the way that I would like to share with you. But first, I want to share a little peek of the finished book. So I'm gonna make sure that I link up the videos that I have created talking about my December daily. There is one video that I talked about all of the items that I put in my kit, and then there's also another video talking about kind of the foundation pages and also what I'm going to be doing next. So here is the book, and if you had watched the previous videos, you're going to be shocked because the book actually doubled in size. After I put all of my pictures and all of my embellishments and my stories, it doubled in size, which is kind of funny. So I am glad that I just chose the 3-ring binder. I mean, not 3-ring binder, but the key rings as my binder for the 6x6 sheet protectors that I got from Close to My Heart, and it works really well because it was big enough that it can hold the thickness of the finished page. So here's my front page, and you don't see this often anymore where people add trims or ribbons on the sides, but I do have a lot of ribbons in my stash, and so I figured I'd pull some out that are kind of in the scheme of Christmas, and that's what I added in there. So it would look kind of an old school type of book, but I like it. And one thing though, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, one thing that I've learned, next time I'm not going to put daily on there. The reason being is because I was actually not able to take pictures every single day in December, and I thought that this was kind of putting me up or setting me up for failure. So next time I'm just going to do a December memory book or name it something in that context instead of doing daily, because I felt kind of disappointed in myself that I never got to take a picture every single day, but that was my life. It was kind of busy. So let's get on with sharing. So this is the front page, and I kind of did just kind of one, like December 1, December 2. See if I can do it this way. So I already did kind of the foundation pages, and I just added the date, of course, and my pictures, and then my journaling. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about my journaling, but I switched, or I did them kind of, I don't want to say half, but some of them are written, handwritten, and some of them are typed. So there were also days that I had way too many pictures, like on December 2, December 2nd, I had like this picture of my husband and I. We went on a lunch date, and I talked about that here. But then we also had, my daughter had a recital at school, which was also happened that day. So I kind of divided them, and it was still the same day. That's why I didn't put December 2 on these pages, but they were two different stories. So I split them apart. And then this one was actually December 2nd as well. I made some sushi at home, but I didn't have a December 3rd picture, so I just added that. But I did put in my journaling that it was yesterday's dinner. And then this one's 4th. Now these two pictures were taken on that day, so I just kind of, I put them in here for December 4th, but I split them so that they're two different stories. And as you can see, I have some journaling on each one of them. This one's December 5. And then this one's 6. Again, I had two pictures for that day, but two different stories, so I split them together. I mean, split them apart. And then 7, the same thing. So in the beginning of the month, I was doing really good. I was even taking pictures twice in the day, but you will see after this page that I didn't have December 8. I have a 9 but no 8. So I was trying to think of ways that I can still fill in the gaps of my album. And in my family, we kind of write a little wish list of for Christmas gifts. So what I did was I just tucked that in on this page. So this is a sheet protector. There's pattern paper in the back. What I did was I grabbed a vellum, just a strip of vellum, and then I added the ends of it with brads that I put in my kit. Okay, and then I just tucked in, I folded the papers where we wrote our wish list, and then I just tucked that in. And I like the addition of that because it's part of our Christmas memory, and also I was able to add or fill in a page that I didn't have any pictures or stories with. So that's 8, and then this is 9. I have to keep on refocusing here. And then when I put the foundation page together, I put this journaling block with the lines going vertical. And so I just wrote my journaling like that. And I figured, whoever wants to read it can just kind of turn it. That's not a big deal. And then December 11, as you can see, I didn't have a 10. But I figured I had 2 pictures for 11. So that will compensate. I used a lot of stickers. So here, there's a combination of handwritten journaling and then typed. And then just a bunch of stickers. So I have 15, I have 17, no 16. And I have 18 and 19. And I have 20. Now, for December 20, I had 4 pictures. So I just did 2 pages of that. And I'm not too worried that they're kind of a little bit confusing. I feel that once I put all the number dates, the numbers for the dates, that it will work out and people will understand what it is. Here's the interesting one. So I had a 20. I had 4 pictures for 20, December 20, and I didn't have a squat for 21, 22, 23. So there's 3 days that I missed, and then I have pictures of 24. So again, this was one of the things that I just realized I should not put daily in my December album because it just sets me up for discouragement. And then this one, I had a few pictures on the 25th, and so I put 2 pages. Now you're thinking, well, why don't you just put them in 1 page? When I made my my book, I think I counted it to make sure that I have enough sheet protectors for each day. And so since I had a bunch that I didn't have any stories or pictures for, I kind of spread some of them apart just so that I don't have to pull out the pages that I've already made. So that's why I kind of spread them apart. And then I had 26 here. And then my last one was actually 27. No, 29, 28, or 28, 29, 30, and 31. And then just my little final note. And then my signature on there. And then I called it good. Okay, so as you can see, it's a very thick book. I think it's, let me see here. It's about 4 inches thick. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's pretty thick and it's kind of fun. So it's been a while since I've made a mini book. So this was fun and definitely a learning lesson for me. So the second thing that I have learned that made my making the page efficient is since there were some pages that I know I had to type the journaling and there were some that I could write it. What I did was I just grabbed some sheets of scrap paper and then I sat down one night and just started writing what I wanted to say for each day. So as you can see, this was the 20th, 24th, 25th, and I have over here, I have the 7, 8, and 9. So I just started writing it. Yeah, I know my handwriting is chicken scratch, but I just started writing it. And it made it faster because when I was ready to either handwrite it or type it, the words were already there. All I needed to do was copy it. I don't know if you've ever been, if you've ever experienced you sit down and you try to write then and there what you wanted to put in your journaling. And sometimes there's that kind of gap where you really don't know what to say. And so for me, having this kind of scratch paper to write down my thoughts, it helped me to organize them in my head and then write it down. But as you can see, I had some mistakes over here. So I was able to eliminate that when I was ready to either type it or write it. So that is the second lesson that I've learned while doing this. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing from here on out when I do make mini albums, such as the December memory album. So I hope that helps you. And then the third lesson that I learned is, okay, so if you've remembered when I put my kit together, I had a lot of stuff, and most of them were fairly old items because I just didn't want to give them up. But I gathered pretty much all of my Christmas items and then put them in that kit. Now, I try to use as much as I can, but I still have these left over. These are papers, bunch of scraps, of course, and stickers. So what my normal organization for paper and items was I put them, for papers, I put them per manufacturer. And then for stickers, I put all the stickers away. So I figured instead of putting all these items back in those categories, I'm just going to put them in a bag, and this is going to be my Christmas paper and sticker bag. Because I don't have a lot of them, I felt like it was more efficient and convenient for me to have them all in one spot, so that when I am ready to make a card or work on something that's Christmas themed, they're all here, that I don't need to pull them in 4 or 5 different places. So I am liking this. And so those are my lessons learned and tips for you about December Daily. I hope that when you did create your album last year, that it was fun for you. And if it wasn't successful, that I hope that my little tips will help you make your future album successful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when I see you. Bye guys.